A 50-name watch list feels like discipline. It looks like preparation. In reality, it's the single biggest impediment to developing real expertise in trading. Pattern recognition, the actual skill that separates profitable traders from losing ones, requires repeated exposure to the same chart, the same ticker, the same behavior across many sessions. 50 names means each one gets superficial attention. You never develop deep knowledge of any of them. 5 names means each one gets 100 hours of study over a year. You know exactly how they breathe. Today, why focus compounds expertise, the right watch list size for active traders, and how to cut your watch list to the names you can genuinely master. Here's the math. Assume you spend 70 hours a month studying charts, roughly 2 hours per trading day. Spread across 50 names, that's 1.4 hours per ticker per month, barely enough to remember the symbol. Spread across 5 names, that's 14 hours per ticker per month, enough to genuinely know how each one moves. 10 times the depth on each name. Over 6 months, the 5-name trader has clocked 84 hours per ticker. The 50-name trader has spent 8 hours per ticker. The first one has expertise, the second has familiarity. Expertise produces edge, familiarity produces guesses. Watch this in a synthetic chart. A trader scans 50 names every morning. On one ticker, a textbook breakout setup forms, but they don't recognize it because they don't really know this ticker's typical behavior. The setup is identical to one they would have seen instantly on a name they truly knew. They scroll past. 6 bars later, the breakout fires. They read about it on a forum later that night. The signal was visible. Their attention was too thin to see it. 50 names of shallow attention misses the signals that 5 names of deep attention would catch instantly. Here's the rule. Cut your watch list to 5 to 10 names. Pick liquid, well-traded tickers that match your strategy. If you trade momentum, pick momentum-friendly names. If you trade mean reversion, pick ranging names. Then study those names obsessively. Know their typical daily range. Know their reaction to earnings. Know which sectors they correlate with. Build pattern recognition through repetition. The 5 names you truly know will produce more trade ideas and better ones than 50 names you barely glance at. Now with focused expertise. Same trader now watching only 6 names. They open their primary ticker and instantly recognize the breakout setup. They've seen this exact pattern 15 times on this exact ticker over the past year. They know its average range, its typical follow-through, the volume profile that confirms or denies it. They enter with conviction, manage with precision, and exit at the structural target. Same setup that the 50-name trader missed, instantly tradable for the focused trader. Expertise sees what familiarity misses. In practice, the workflow is simple. Pick 5 names that match your strategy. Trade only those names for 90 days. Track every setup, every trade, every miss. After 90 days, you'll know each ticker's behavior in a way 50-name scanners never will. Then consider adding a 6th name, and only if it adds genuine variety, different sector, different volatility profile. Adding more names without mastering the existing ones just dilutes attention. Focus is the cheat code. Everyone has access and almost nobody uses it. So, a 50-name watch list feels productive and destroys expertise. Cut to 5 to 10 names you can study obsessively. Pattern recognition requires repetition. Repetition requires focus. The trader who knows 5 names cold beats the trader who scans 50 names superficially every time. Subscribe for the full method and trade your own plan. Education, not financial advice.